All right, guys, I'm out here in my front yard over on the side of it this morning. And I wanted to head for the greenhouse, but it's cold. It's pretty cold, and the way the wind would blow out there, it would be a pain in the butt. I may end up going out there later on this afternoon, but my wife is really pushing me to get her bananas moved and transplanted before the spring comes on, and she's right. I just got a lot to do. So, as you can see, along this fence line here, it's kind of wide open. You know, we tried to plant some flowers and stuff didn't grow too well. I had a pecan tree out here. You can see the stump from it over there. That's been growing. It was probably 15 or 16 years old anyway. But it just wasn't doing too good. And about the only good the thing did is dump sap on her Tahoe when she pulled in the driveway here. So, I took it out. And so I'll have to keep working at it to keep it from coming back. It'd be easier for me mowing. But what we've decided to do is I'm gonna take the banana trees from the front garden. I'll have to take up a fence and rake back all the mulch and stuff that's in there. And then I'm gonna dig them guys up. And we're looking at maybe one over here somewhere and one over here. Putting the clumps of bananas. I got two different clumps, one on each end of my garden in the front of my house. I'll show you in a minute what I'm gonna dig up, but we're gonna try to get them over here. So in between the cold, I might be pausing and sneaking back in the house, drinking a shot of coffee to take a break. I'm just kind of stuck in this cold weather. I want to do something, but you know, we gotta get this stuff down and all kind of stuff going on. I'm so busy, but hang in there. Let's get these bananas moved. I'll show you all what's going on. I tell you guys, this is how bad the deer are here in Texas. We can't even have a flower bed without fencing. Now, I bought that stuff because it kind of disappears when everything starts growing, but it's just not the same. If we don't put that down, the dadgum deer will grab every little bulb. All this stuff that's trying to come on back right here. Sorry. This kind of stuff, them deer will pluck every dadgum bit of it up. I mean, they munch out on it. And you can't have anything in the dang garden. So, I've had to put this cheesy little fence out. There ain't much to it. It's only a couple of feet tall, but since it's such a little narrow area right there, the deer are not interested in trying to get in there, I guess. They just keep on going along. Over there on that side, last year I had a bunch of morning glories and stuff growing, and the deer chewed everything outside of that fence off, and so I was left with whatever's on the inside. So the first step of this thing was to get that fence down, and now you can see these little paving stones here. I'm gonna do a little trimming with my clippers, my little handheld clippers, and get some of this mess out of my way so I can see what's going on. Move some of them pavers, and then I'll start the digging. Wish me luck. Okay, you guys. Now, I lied the other day. I didn't mean to. These things get so big and I forget how long. That one has been in for several years. A bunch of it's grown off of it. This one apparently has only been in this is going into its second year. My wife, I forget this stuff. I'm just constantly planting all this stuff I mean, this is like a 2-year-old tree. That thing is my boot is 1 foot long, so that's about a 1 foot diameter down at the bottom in just a year, going into the second year here. And beside it, she had all these little cannas going too. Now, they're probably also going to be transferred because I want them transferred, and the reason that is because I am a nosy person. And my easy chair is right there. And when I look out my window, I can't see anything because there's so much stuff growing out here. I can't see down the street and cross. I like to see who's moving up and down my street. I'm just that kind of guy. So, this is fixing to get dug up now. That'll be part 2, but I'm gonna take a break because like I say, it's cool this morning for whatever reason. This thing, if you can't tell, let me see. I'm gonna say it's about 4 foot tall where I cut it off. So we'll have a little 4 foot tall holder there sticking up out of the ground over there along that fence line, probably right there. And I kind of want to put the other one right there. All right, guys, after chopping all that stuff out of there, this is where I'm at. And now, you can tell this one's older because there was a big one in the middle years ago, and just seems like it keeps putting up these pups every year, different ones, but it's pushing out this way. So I'm gonna take up these little pavers right here in the front, get it out of the way, dig a hole just like that one, and it's gonna go way over yonder. Let me see here. There's the other one. This one will probably go right in there somewhere. So let me get this one dug up and I'll be back. All right, guys, after digging this stuff up, I realize my work has just started. Drive a man to smoking, I swear. I think what's going to happen is that entire fence line is going to be lined with bananas. This one was established some years back. This garden was actually recessed down in the ground, and we've built up over it about a foot. So I had to dig about a foot down further to get this out. And when I did, it's just, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, I got 10 or 12 trees here real easy. And I'm gonna just start digging the holes over there for them after I take my little break. So y'all hang in there and you get to see this old white boy get her done. Got 2 of them knocked out. Let's move on to the next. All right, guys, 1, 2, 3. I could keep going that way, and I probably will have to, but she wanted one down there in between, so that's where the next one's gonna go. Let's keep it going. All right, the last of the big ones. Figure out what I'm gonna do with them other little ones. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. This thing turned into a job. Like you can see, I'm down to my t-shirt now, sun shining. I'm gonna show you where I cleaned up because I still got plenty to do, and then I'm gonna show you what was under the ground. So check this out. All right, this is the section right here where I dug up the first one, the one that blocks my view with all the little cannas and stuff in there too, right? I dug down until I finally stopped finding some roots in there. So that doesn't mean there will not be one that grows back after this, okay? Because it never fails, it always grows back. But I've got it knocked down, and if I see one sprouting up, it's coming out of there, okay? But so that section's done. This section didn't have any cannas, but I may still have a little bit of banana root as big as that guy was. So I've got that hole that I've got to clean up. You can see my yard looks like crap. My neighbors are probably thinking, man, what is this guy doing today? So I got this big old mess I got to get cleaned up, right? Now let me show you though what came out of that hole right there. All right, so y'all see all these dad burn little tubers? Just millions of little tubers in there. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it's almost all canna stuff, but this is a banana here. I don't know if you can see, it's that big around right now, big as my hand. I'm gonna say 6 inches around. Another banana back there. All these tubers. So, I got all that yet to dig up, and it's just gonna go right here. I'm fixing to make a big old hole, job it all down in there and cover it over. And if that's not good enough for my wife, then she's gonna have to get out here and do a little relocating on her own. It ought to be easy digging after I get done. Because I've taken down this guy. Remember, there was a shade cloth here. Planted that one, and that one, and the next one down there. I got a little mess in the corner to clean up. So like I say, turned into a job. So hopefully I'll get to the greenhouse one of these days, but I'm gonna get this done and we'll check y'all out next time. See you later.